Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the scene for the Living World of Darkness, the Changeling, the Dreaming Venue. This scene has Vlad contacting William, and things will go from there.
Vlad heads over to William's place and just knocks on the door.
On the front of his apartment, there's a chimerical piece of paper that's been stabbed into the door with a chimerical knife. Moved to the junkyard.
Okay. Does it look like William's handwriting?
It does not. It's more like letter typed, like an old typewriter. Just and it says workbot 457.
Nice. Vlad gets back on his motorcycle and goes down to the junkyard.
It's Timmy's old freehold in a junkyard. The area has chimerically changed. You still have, the standard pull and pay junkyard.
Yeah.
And it's not there isn't as much sci-fi aspects to it in the Dreaming or in chimerical reality as there were when it was Timmy's.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more standard junkyard. There are now some off colors, like things are rusting in different colors. So
which borough is this in?
I don't remember.
Vlad parks the motorcycle and wrinkles his nose a bit. Starts heading inside under the shadows of the piles of junk.
We walk into the office area of the junkyard, and there are just papers everywhere, all over the place. Some are in stacks, some are in piles. There's discarded, there's some paper plates and plastic cups. And you can hear the sound of a microwave in the back beeping, doing the beeps for the last couple of seconds before ringing that whatever it has been microwaved is completed.
Can you repeat that last part with microwave?
So whatever, it does, the microwave does the 5 second, 4 second, 3 second, 2 second, 1 second, and then the beep, 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 beep. So whatever's in the microwave has finished cooking.
Vlad watches.
It's in the back back room. You don't really see anything, but you hear it.
He peers over the counter.
You look back, and William is sitting kind of at the table in the office, and a if you saw Star Wars Episode 1,
Yes.
The pit droids, the little hubcap droids,
It's been a long time, but I think I got it.
walks over with food from the microwave and sets it on the.
Do they look like something Timmy built or something William built?
Um. A little bit of both.
Hmm. Interesting. Vlad lifts up the counter and walks through. Sir William.
You William's gonna look up. The you can tell he's like color has just returned to his cheeks.
I hadn't seen him earlier. So.
But you can tell when somebody hasn't been eating.
Oh, that kind of color. Okay. I thought you meant like the knocker cheeks.
No. More like hasn't been eating for a couple of days and then has started to actually eat.
Yeah. Sir William.
He'll look over. One thing you're gonna notice, like he's in a tank top right now, and the tattoos that cover his body, the eyes, are pallid. They're lifeless. They don't have that same attentiveness as they did before. They're just kind of like drawn flat images, not the animate, emotional eyes that they were prior.
Vlad just looks at him, cocks his head to the side. Okay.
And he looks over and he stares. He's trying to look.
He's still a changeling, right?
Yeah, still a changeling.
Hasn't forgotten himself.
No.
Okay.
Still a changeling, hasn't slipped to the forgetting.
Vlad takes out a bottle of vodka and a couple of shot glasses from the pocket of his tracksuit jacket. Okay. We need some drinks and then we need to get out of here.
He nods.
So he...
The hubcap bot kind of looks at you, and you feel as if it's judging you, but
Vlad glare hubcap bot.
But it doesn't have any like expressions.
He has no food, he hasn't been eating.
He eats fine enough. 3 meals a day, although it's mostly nutritional supplements and whatever form of protein shake he can keep down because, well...
Wait. What kind of voice does the hubcat bot have?
It's robotic and sassy.
Oh. That sounds good. That sounds like the stuff like... the tasty wheat in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. He unscrews the bottle and pours 2 shots. He lifts his pushes 1 shot glass in front of Sir William, and lifts the other. Puts it, trying to gets William's attention, waving the shot glass in front of his eyes.
I'll take it and he'll look up. He's weary. Definitely a sense of the worst has passed.
Yes.
And he is.
I know the. Sorry, go ahead.
And so he's kind of coming out of that state.
Okay. Have you even toasted his passing yet?
Have not.
So, lift your glass. And tell me what we're drinking to. And who.
He looks at the glass, looks at you. To my little brother. To the silliest, cockiest, most ridiculous asshole I've ever met.
Vlad nods and shoots it and raises it to Timmy Turner then.
Indeed.
He shoots it back.
Shoots it.
Where's the next one? Next round. I'll say here's to the one of the most fun knockers I've ever met. I mean, he was someone who really got me. He knew all the comic book references and he knew the movie references. To Timmy Turner, master of pop culture and sci-fi.
He chuckles and taps glass and throws it back.
So I throws it back too. Besides, Timmy didn't go out like a bitch.
I hope not.
He died facing a giant evil banality dragon single-handedly. I don't know. There's no forgetting. No slipping into all-encompassing mediocrity and banality. Forgetting who you are.
There's just the undoing. Just the undoing.
No. So, who knows? You might see him again another time around.
Or he could be undone. We don't know.
But you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and even being undone is out of character. Are we maybe confusing the terms?
Oh, he means undone, like old iron death.
Undoing was
The face hole being destroyed.
yeah. Like, but and not coming back.
Yeah.
I thought only cold iron can do that.
Well,
Actually, in fact, I'll just say that in character. My understanding is You know, only cold iron can do that if you're not a she.
Well,
That's the changeling. That's the changeling way.
the this thing is it's weird because it's almost like cold iron.
Almost as horseshoes and hand grenades. You don't know anything for a fact? I've never ever heard of a chimera undoing.
Its body, it has the same principles.
It's made out of cold iron?
It strikes like cold iron. It kills like cold iron.
How do you know that?
That's what they say.
Who's they?
The books, the studiers, the ones who fucking killed the Dantean down in fucking in White Sands, which caused this thing to show up. The ones who have seen it and survived.
Yeah. Again, based on nothing. They don't have an all-powerful sense of knowing. They've never faced anything like this before. There's no records of anything like this. Killing things like cold iron. And even if there wasn't, I mean, from when was it going to be? You know, they didn't really keep very good records of anything 700 years ago. Cold iron is a final death. Nothing else that we know about this. It might be undone. Maybe Timmy is undone for good for this incarnation. Maybe he's just undone, like he's gotten to, maximum human capacity for banality. That doesn't mean he won't come back. It just means he won't come back around this time. So, don't be a bitch. Look forward to seeing him next time. He pours another one.
By the next time happens. With all this talk of winter and shit. Cantrips being harder to cast.
So join me. Fight against winter. Put the men who know winter best in charge. Put the women who know winter best in charge. The Sealy Court rules in summer and fall, but the Winter Court in winter and spring. Sorry, I mean obviously I meant spring, Sealy spring summer, Unsealy fall. Winter.
I understood what you meant.
Yeah. Doesn't the long winter doesn't have to be the end. Doesn't have to be the last winter either.
Oh. That's the hope.
So, why don't you actually come out and do something?
Like what?
I don't know. Let's go see if there's a thing to be done.
Like what?
Well, you can look into avenging Timmy. We could go stir shit up somewhere. Help refugees.
I think just getting out of the freehold will do us well.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in here for
A week.
yeah. I've been taking care of the everything that you got to do after somebody dies.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You know, it's a fucking nightmare. I think just out on the I think just and I don't know, just maybe out
Mm-hmm.
would be good.
Mm-hmm. Let's just go out then.
Sure. Where
Mm.
where?
No.
I don't know, maybe the boardwalk maybe.
Sounds good. Let's go.
I haven't hit the boardwalk. Maybe try and find some glamour.
Cool. Vlad steps up. And heads over to the door. Right. You gotta change.
Yeah. I
Maybe take a quick shower.
yeah.
I'll wait.
All right. So he'll take a quick shower. Change. And then throw on some clothes. And then just yeah. Let's go to Coney Island. See if we can get some glamour.
Sweet. Mm. Okay.
All right.
I guess they head over to Coney Island.
Yep. Hey, we'll go to Coney Island.
Let you describe it.
Coney Island is kind of a local hotspot for glamour. You've got the boardwalk, the racetracks, the carousels, the random fun things, the Wonder Wheel, Splash Park, you know, place to get a burger, and it's next to the aquarium, so you've got a bunch of glamour. In the real world, it's, you know, broken, you know, a little broken down, a little dingy, but in the near dream, in chimerical reality, it's bright, it's shiny, the carts are in good repair, the Ferris wheel glows all sorts of brilliant colors, the carousel horses neigh and shake their head. Got the roller coasters, which, you know, Chimera and Chimera ride, and they turn into dragons halfway through the ride just for a spark of show. You've got the trapeze school and some of the smaller, more intense wood coasters, which are slightly more abusive than they are fun.
I love those, actually. Out of character. But
yeah.
Sweet.
And I'm just double checking with something. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, can't find the wording, so we'll skip it for now. So you get there, and it's Coney Island. It's bright. It's crazy. And there you have, you know, the despondent William, who's following the
Yeah.
Just kind of looking at it.
But see if other people want to run something for us.
I
want to shoot Tim a link.
Huh?
You want to shoot Tim a link to the Hangout?
Sure.
You can throw it straight in, or
Tim.
Yeah. I like this.
He looks over and goes, I have not. I haven't been here since since Fool's Day last year.
Wow. Well, it's important to make the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's what's that line? There's that line I love. That's the one.
Which one?
Oh, revels now. Sorry, it says revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you. We're all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself. Yes, all which it inherits shall dissolve, and, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not the rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with the sleep.
And he looks at you. So, for those with not exactly high cerebral functions, that means what?
I don't know. I wonder. It's I thought it was a very good metaphor of being like we are. You know, you get such sights and experiences as no one else ever gets to see. To live adventures that other people only dream of. And the cost is that you will one day forget.
Yeah.
It's like a life. You know, the idea that it sounds like a trope now, but when he said it first, it was like life is but the dream.
Yeah.
Within a longer sleep.
Oh. That's, life is, that's true. Life is just but a dream.
So he looks, he gestures around at the amusement park. So let's have fun.
Sure.
Live while we're young. Let's go ride the roller coaster. Start with the wooden one.
He looks at it. Sure.
Timmy and I, he smiles with the memory. And he and I and Trond were doing some shit at one point. And he made these awesome arrows with drill bits on the points. Powered, and there's like drill bits.
Those were, he almost blew his hand off twice.
Yeah, but that's why he made such fucking awesome stuff. And that awesome power armor of his. The between you and me, I had asked him to make me something very, very special because I thought he was the one who'd best understand it. I wanted some special she armor, powdered armor, and I wanted something iconic. So none of the other she could say that I wasn't dressed appropriately for a tournament, but I could still say we're in the fucking 21st century.
You know, if Timmy was anything, it was iconic.
Oh yeah, the Rorschach mask was I loved it.
An Iron Man.
Yeah, that was even better. Well, that was. Well, the thing is, he wasn't like Iron Man. He wishes he was like Iron Man.
Yeah.
He wasn't that smooth.
He was smooth like sandpaper, and he was getting there. He was.
Yeah, he might have gotten to a higher grit.
Well, he was.
Practice.
He had actually studied under something I made in the 50s.
Really?
Yeah, the Aketatron.
Huh.
The Aketatron is. Oh, God. So there's this. So last time around, I'm in. God, I was in. God, where was I? Oklahoma? Anyway, so it's the Midwest. It's somewhere in grass. It's a little fuzzy. And we had this staunchy, stuck-up twat of a Gwydion. And and he was my chief commission officer. Guy paid me better than I think I've ever been paid in all of eternity. Dude had money and dross coming out of both of his eyes, his ears, his asshole. And
not the 50s.
It was 50s or 60s.
Well, the she didn't even come back till 69.
Okay, so it may have been.
It was a commoner.
It may have been the 70s.
Oh, okay.
But
anyways,
things get fuzzy. So he specifically wanted something to teach people, and to teach people etiquette and politics and nuances. And so, yeah, it was. So Lost in Space had just finished its run, and so I created the Aketatron, and it kind of looks like the Lost in Space robot, and real persnickety, master of etiquette, just great teacher and all things you need to do. It's very by the book, very, very proper, but it's got, like all things, high energy plasma weapons, bolt throwers, and a taser. So when
and
it's a teaching tool. And you go there, and it's a fucking robo-tutor. And Timmy has been spent a week or two with this thing, and fucking he cleaned up his act. He finally understood when it was best to keep your mouth fucking shut.
Huh.
That son of a bitch.
Well, next time around, you'll have to rebuild it before he shoots his mouth off.
Oh, well, it's still around. I've got most everything I've ever built.
Oh, that's cool. Even stuff you built like millennia ago.
Yeah.
Neat. Or, well, I don't know if you were around millennia ago, but whatever, whenever you were around from.
It's hard to tell. It gets hazy.
Yeah.
I think
I can imagine. No, I was just thinking. I was just thinking of how you must have looked when you got my text that time. The
Oh, the he done ran his mouth.
Yeah, at Castiel Sailing when I backed them up against that Gwydion Baron.
There was a oh you dumb motherfucker. There was a lot of oh you dumb motherfucker.
No, that's how you know it's a good. You've led a good life, or at least an exciting one.
Yeah. And so now they're gonna kind of work their way through the line.
Yeah.
They get on the roller coaster. It's rickety.
Yeah.
It shakes. It rattles. It creaks. It roars the way a wood coaster does, and for a second you swear it's gonna fall apart.
Awesome. Oh,
2.5, 3 minutes later, you disengage.
Amazing. So, it's so awesome. I like that. Okay, what do you want to do next?
That one. He points to another roller coaster.
Sweet. Let's go.
So we'll go ahead, get in line.
Mm.
So
Has someone told Dizzy yet?
nobody knows where she is.
I mean, I might be able to help find her.
She ran off into the deep dreaming.
Yeah.
So anywhere, any when?
Yeah.
I mean, she could be in 12 and 1300s France by now.
She could be.
Because the fucking dreaming, that shit does weird things.
Well, that's fair. That is very fair.
What? So, when we find her, we'll tell her.
That's just sad. What happened there?
Fuck if I know, man. He clams up tighter than Fort fucking Knox every time you bring it up. So I assume she just flipped her shit and ran.
Interesting.
So
Is his human body dead too?
Timmy's?
Yeah.
I mean, when you die in the dreaming, you die, you die.
Sorry, out of character, I actually don't recall.
Um,
Is that true?
if if
You
you are in the
died
near dreaming and you suffer death, you're dead.
near dreaming or far dreaming?
Both.
I thought it was only far and deep dreaming that's
Nope.
true.
Once you're in the near dreaming, all chimerical damage becomes real damage.
Ah.
So you only suffer damage in, like, once you hit the dreaming, you don't have the two separate tracks. You just have one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, we probably should create a house rule for that.
That's in the book.
Hmm. Anyways,
All chimerical effects become weird effects.
fair.
And so
So should we tell his? Wait, does the body physically disappear then? I assume you just die in the real world simultaneously.
well, if you are in the near dreaming proper, you step into the dreaming like a guru steps into the umbra.
Right. So he's basically just missing in the real world?
Yes.
Shit. Okay, so that will be my next con. So maybe someone should tell his family.
He was an orphan. He was a legitimate orphan.
Did he have any other friends who weren't changelings?
No, he grew up in a home. He chrysalis right before the Adheen War, and then conscription hit.
He was in the army?
Do you not know?
No.
You know about the big Adheen War that happened between
the Adheen War. Sorry. Yeah, no.
the changelings and the Adheen, right?
Yeah, no, I do. Sorry, that I know. I thought he was in the United States Army.
No.
I didn't realize he was that old.
No, the U.S. hasn't conscripted in forever. But
yeah, but I thought for a minute he was older, like you were mentioning the 70s before.
Oh no, my last lifetime in the 70s.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind that.
But no, Timmy and I met. I've always been, or at least as most of my memories, I've always been a member of House LWoD. There are a few prior to, Jesus, I don't know, maybe the 1400s, maybe 13s, where I wasn't a member. But all knockers in the kingdom were conscripted forcibly under geas and bans and heavy uses of sovereign.
To make weapons?
By Duke Guile of House LWoD and his compatriots to make all sorts of horrible weapons. And so we spent a year and a half, 2 years working within, I don't know, a dozen feet of each other.
Cool.
So
So how did you meet?
in the conscription yard.
Huh.
You know, we met working doing jobs we were forced to do.
I understand that. So maybe you and some of your old comrades could try your hand at a different kind of craft. Make him a little memorial.
Well, most other knockers from back then won't talk to me.
Won't what?
They won't associate with me.
Why?
Because I'm a member of the house that conscripted them.
What about Timmy?
A lot of them,
They're going to hold it against him too?
well, he willingly joined after what happened.
So,
So
talk to the other LWoD knockers then.
we've talked. The few of us have talked.
So you should do a little memorial. Make a statue. Make a tombstone or something.
Yeah.
Leave a message.
There's
From the
people-
sounds of it, you were what little family he had.
I'm gonna keep his freehold going. Keep his.
Actually, I think something better.
I'm gonna put.
You should give the freehold. Have like death games in his honor. With a fucking kick-ass sci-fi theme. Vlad Smiles. Winner gets the freehold. Come on, he would have loved that.
Well, got a bunch of things planned for it, but we needed to. He left his freehold to me.
Cool.
So
But you have your own freehold.
got blown up.
Seriously? By the ice one?
Yeah.
Fuck.
When it attacked Tarnar and it did whatever the fuck it did. It sent ripples through the Balefire network. Mine blew up. Mine blew the fuck up.
Wow.
And I was standing right there.
Wow. Well, it's cool then. So you have a new home. You'll always think of him.
Yeah.
Vlad, I guess we'll go get on the next roller coaster again, and
Yep. Get on the next set of rides.
3.5 minutes later and all. Yep. So I don't know. You can't just bum around the apartment anymore though. That's not cool.
I haven't been so much bumming. There's been a lot of paperwork and things to fill out.
I'm sure. Paperwork. That's the stuff of dreaming. Such stuff dreams are made of.
Yeah. A lot of You know, we got to watch. There's a lot of Kith specific things that have to happen.
Cool. Well, let me know if I can do anything to help.
I've got most of that on all lockdown.
Cool.
The so it's just time and effort, you know.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
But I wonder if we learned anything with him going and being a suicidal fuckhead.
Well, Stray and I were talking about some stuff,
Yeah.
but before I mention that, so what? Um. Hmm. Well, what do you think this teaches us, if anything?
Be don't don't overrate yourself.
Hmm.
Don't don't go into anything blindly.
No, yes, that. But I meant, do we know anything new about the ice worm?
Not that I know of, but I don't know. This is the first time I've actually been able to think.
Hmm. Hmm. I was Astoria and I are working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know. I I feel like there's an answer we're missing here. And Timmy was one of my friends too, you know, even though I may not have been as close to him as you were. I really want to take that son of a bitch down.
You and me
Or I
both.
want you to do it.
I mean, at this point, I'm building. Once I can
What?
get my head fucking straight, I'm gonna build the biggest cannon I can.
All right. You and I will round up everyone and we'll see what we can do.
I don't know if it'll work, but we
Okay.
gotta try, right?
Hey, I have a thought. They're little bots, the ones you and Timmy built.
Yeah.
Can they fly?
No, these things are. The fact that they can hold themselves up is kind of a miracle.
Could you build like a golem or something?
Yeah.
What about a very small golem?
I mean, yeah.
So I'm just wondering, could you do something which, like a drone that stalks the ice worm. We can like videotape it. We can study it from afar.
I mean, it's a thought.
I think it's a pretty good thought.
I mean, I do. I am fairly competent in robotics.
So there you go.
You playing?
Yeah.
Like actually like on?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, just one second. Awesome, 1 second.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we need more information. Then we can come up with a plan.
I do too.
Like,
I agree.
Hmm. Hmm. And I thought a drone would be a good way of doing that.
And we can try.
Doesn't expose anyone to anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's small, maybe the dragon won't even see it. I mean, we don't even know if the dragon's intelligent. Like, you know, can it communicate?
I don't know.
Oh, probably a good thing to know.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to find a way to figure that out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. What would cheer you up right now?
Let's go
Yeah,
get some food.
All right, cool. What are we going for?
Yeah. Something deep fried and tasty. Tired of these fucking microwave meals. It's all that asshole knows how to make. It's a fucking point and pull.
Awesome.
Hold on, I'm gonna pop AFK for a second.
Okay. Mm.
Back.
Right.
You know, there are a lot of things that need to happen.
So,
First things first, though, food, actual food.
yes.
I don't know, something deep fried and bad for me. That thing, all it wants to do is feed me fucking health food. Lean cuisines and fucking energy and slim fast. I think I've lost like 6 pounds the last couple of days. I mean, I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but Jesus. Kill for a fucking corn dog and a burger the size of Mount Rushmore.
I don't know.
So we will head to one of the famous burger places, burger places on Coney Island. So, what are your plans? How are you gonna do the thing?
The duel?
Well, the any plans to go after and take on the ice worm? You said you were working on something.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was, I want some more information. That's why I want like to work with you. I think maybe the best thing would be if you coordinate with Estrella and I. But I was thinking it might be one of those things that there's a way to kill it that's not typical. Because it's partially a creature of banality, strangely enough, but it's still a chimera, is my theory. I'm still a chimera, but then it's affected by certain rules. So
That's the thought.
If it's affected by certain rules, I was wondering, maybe we can change it, like we whisper that, we tell a story about the ice worm. See if it has a weakness. Or sorry, rather, we tell a story of its weakness, and the weakness becomes true, perhaps.
I mean, that would be... I mean, maybe. I mean, it's a thought. Don't know if it would work. But if you were to do that, wouldn't a lot of people have to believe it? Wouldn't a lot of people have to accept that that's the story?
Sure.
You'd have to implant the idea in most of Kithane society.
Sure.
Sorry, I misplaced something. It's just
Ah.
something I put in here. It's so frustrating. It's the only.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But I think it's a good idea. The other thing is I'd like to know whether it communicates. So if we know a bit more about it, and maybe we think it's self-aware, maybe we can talk to it.
Is it something that we can... If we can talk to, is it something that...
We can reason with? We don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. Like, who knows? But we haven't tried. We don't know anything about it. It's caused a huge amount of damage, and I think that we need to think outside the box.
Yeah. Well, that's... Man, it's something. So, won't know unless we try.
Yeah. So I think we should try. Gets a big orders a big thing of fries and begins munching it.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting pretty late out of character. I think we should probably call the scene.
Okay. They will call the scene. They will continue to Coney Island and food and maybe some drink.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good time. Bye-bye.